Hey guys, how you doing? So today, as you can see from the title, I am finally doing my makeup for you. And of course I'm gonna ramble, I'm gonna chit chat a little bit, but I'm also gonna show you very important techniques that I use. So I'm gonna be quite technical in this video. Keep in mind that I use many other techniques when I put on my makeup. It just depends on the day, if I need more coverage, less coverage, if it's hot outside, if it's cold outside, you know, etc. But this is like my ultimate summer full beat sweat proof makeup look. For filming, for going out, this is what I use. And yeah, I really love it. As you can see, I have very glowy eyelid, but it's quite defined as well. Very glowy face, super highlighty and quite contoured. It is full coverage, but you cannot really see foundation when you come close to me, so that's very important for me. So if you are interested in this makeup look and my stupid rambling most probably, then keep on watching. But before we do that, please don't forget to subscribe and of course follow me on Instagram. I love you and let's jump into it. Hello, my darlings. I don't think I have ever been so much in focus than I am now, but you asked and I finally can deliver, because I finally have a tripod that stands on my desk. But nevertheless, as you can probably tell, I'm gonna be doing my makeup for you. As you can see, my neck is already way darker than my face, and that is our first step. This is like my ultimate prep when it comes to my body, because I usually, I mean not usually, but often expose my cleavage or at least some neck. So I use this, and that is Sally Hansen Airbrush Legs in Tan Glow. This is the darkest one they have, and don't use it on your face because you're gonna break out, but on your body, not only on your legs, phenomenal. So as you can see, like, the skin is super nice and smooth. So this is my base for my body to make the foundation blend in perfectly. So today we're gonna do more of a lighter coverage, so to speak. It's not very light. Oh, the light just came off. I think the storm is coming. Sorry. Alright, sorry, the light just came off because the storm is coming. So also if you hear some noises, like weird noises, they're not ghosts, I think they're thunders. So I already have my hair pinned up. I have my skin prepped with a night cream, and you can use any night cream you want. The main thing is that it has to be quite sticky, so your foundation, even if it's heavier, looks absolutely beautiful on top and adheres perfectly to your skin. So I'm just gonna use some lip moisturizer. This is Dior Lip Maximizer, and I actually like using it before makeup. So I have my mirror here, but I'm also gonna look into the viewfinder. So no, I'm not that vain, I'm just checking if everything is in check, all right? I know I'm rambling too much, but you know, I'm not really used to doing such videos, but I know I should do more. I'm sorry it took so long. Okay, so we gonna surprisingly conceal first. So I kinda stole it from Hrush, makeup artist. It's not exactly what she does, but it's very in line with her style. So I'm gonna use quite light concealer first. This is 2W from Dior Forever Skin Correct. Of course, everything will be linked below for you guys with all the links, everything. So yeah, first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw some lines, you know, just like your normal lines. This is basically what I do. Alright, so that's that. So basically you just go right by your nose, so it's gonna look a little bit smaller after we contour. We're doing that tree of life right here, right? And we are going down the bridge of the nose, very thin line. And that's the end of the lighter concealer. Now I'm taking 3W, so that was 2W under my eyes and on my forehead. Now we're using 3W. So, you know, depending what skin you are, you're just going shade lighter than your skin as the light concealer and your actual skin shade for the darker one, so to speak. So this is 3W. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mainly conceal things I want to be concealed and defined. So this is my jaw. Just like that. I'm going around my mouth as well and on the upper lip because I have melasma and I really need some more coverage here. Also around my nose. So that's when it comes to that darker concealer. And now you can go into contouring, preferably something that is very creamy. I use Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade medium, and I just need like a normal brush for this. Any small brush you have. You can even use like a eyeliner brush, it's also fine. It doesn't really matter because all we're gonna do, here is my little socket. So this is where I'm drawing this line. Alright, and we're gonna do the same at the jawline. So this is what you're doing. See? I hope I make sense. And now again, right above that dark concealer, I mean the skin shade concealer, you draw the line just where your cheekbone is, you know, a little bit on the forehead. I don't have a big forehead to start with, so I don't really contour my forehead too much. It's more of a bronzing effect that I need, you know? So if you have a bigger forehead, you have to focus on your forehead more, but my main focus is just accentuating my features. So we're gonna do the same thing with the jawline on this side. So very thin line. I don't want anything too extreme, and as you can see, we are basically connecting these lines right below the chin. So that is pretty much when it comes to contouring the face for now. We have to focus on our nose later on because I love a nicely contoured nose. But yeah, now you may ask, Paulina, why aren't you blending yet? What is happening? What are you gonna do with such big contrast? So this is where the foundation comes in, and this can be any medium, light to medium coverage foundation, nothing too heavy, because you still want that contour shade peeking through a little bit from under, you know. And I'm gonna use Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion. If you haven't seen my favorite foundations video, I'll link it right here for you. But this is like my perfect medium plus coverage foundation, and this is what's gonna blend these contour shades together perfectly on top. And I'm just gonna use my booty bender, and we are basically gonna connect those contrasting colors. So you are basically gonna start placing your foundation between those two colors, and then you're gonna blend it out, if you know what I mean. I hope I make sense. You're gonna see in a minute. So yeah, now I'm going through the skin color concealer. Okay, so I don't have too much of that dark contour shade on my sponge. I always wait with my concealer to get really tacky. And as you can see, I'm adding in more and more foundation in the places that we didn't put anything. And this is what's gonna blend that foundation just perfectly. Alright, so I'm gonna do that process. I also do put foundation on my eyes. I know some people hate doing a foundation on their eyelids, but I do. I've always done that and I will always do it, alright? So yeah, this is basically how the face is gonna look like. So I'm just gonna blend out with you one more time under my chin and jawline, and then I'm just gonna speed up the process on the other side so you don't get bored. But basically, again, I'm taking some foundation and I am basically placing it where the Skin Color concealer was, and I'm gonna blend slowly upwards with whatever is left on the sponge. And you can just go over to make sure everything's perfect, and you basically do the same thing on your jawline. Remember to you don't slide the beauty blender, but if you kinda do, you do it downwards. You know what I mean? I hope I make sense. So yeah, this is basically very beautiful, as you can see, natural looking contour. And thanks to the fact that we only put foundation in the places that there was just nothing there, and blended it into those contour lines, it just looks super, super natural, and you are still getting very nice full coverage, but not too cakey, if you know what I mean. So this is just perfect. All right, so I'm just gonna speed it up on this side, and I'm gonna come back to you in a second. Alright, so I blended everything out, and as you can see, we have beautiful glowy face and a very natural looking contour. It's very subtle, but trust me, this is gonna make the final effect look absolutely amazing. So now what we have to do is, of course, set it all, and I'm gonna set it with Huda Beauty Banana Bread Powder. I really like it. I also love Laura Mercier. It doesn't really matter. This one I feel like is very, very smooth. Of course, right before you set it, you have to blend out any creasing that by your eyes or wherever. So yeah, now we are ready to set, and no, not now. I'm filming my makeup, babe.
Dzień dobry, moje kochanie, jak tam?
You are live on camera with me.
Really?
Yes.
I hope you keep this bit in and tell everyone I say hello, and they must subscribe to your channel and like this video and leave you a comment down below.
Thanks, babe. Okay, I was saying we're just gonna normally powder, take some powder on the beauty blender, and I'm literally just setting it, like pushing it into my face. I'm not baking, at least not yet. Now we are just setting. Of course, don't forget to set your eyebrows, because otherwise your brow product will not stick properly. So you do have to powder your brows, alright? This is super crucial. And I know I have some baby hairs here, but I don't know, I've been taking biotin, and I think that's why, you know, they've been growing. So yeah, basically I'm gonna set everywhere, but I'm gonna keep the main focus on those areas that I want to be lighter. And as you can see, immediately when we put the powder in, you can see that beautiful line, but it's still very natural. Contouring, but powder contouring this time. So I told you about this little brush. This one is actually from Zoeva, and this is called Cream Cheek. So you can use any angled brush, or you can use something like this even. This is also Zoeva, Luxe Cheek Finish. So either or, you'll be fine. But basically, actually I'm gonna use this one because it's nice and fluffy. So basically we are just gonna bronze and contour at the same time. Sometimes I use two bronzing powders, like, you know, one very cool for contouring, one very warm for bronzing, but today we're just gonna use one to make it easy. And I'm gonna be using Fenty Beauty in Caramel Cutie. And this is one of the darker shades they have, and as you can see, it's very nice and like olive toned. It's just perfect because, you know, it gives you that contour effect, but at the same time it's not too ashy. So yeah, I'm just gonna dip my brush in it, and we're just gonna follow that same line that we created, but at the same time we're gonna go up. So as you can see, I'm going up with my bronzer up to the temples. And this is what makes the full-on difference when it comes to applying your bronzer, because you still are getting that sharp line, kind of sharp. You can make it sharper, but yeah, it's like still natural-ish. But at the same time, you're getting bronze in this area where the sun would hit you naturally. So I'm just gonna follow, you know, those natural, you know, mimic basically where the sun would hit. And I also already am doing my lid, as you can see. I am pushing the bronzer into my bone. So we are already basically getting some eye contour, and that's just perfect because thanks to it, you're gonna do less work while doing with your eyeshadow. And I also take a lot of pressure when it comes to blending all your products together. So you will see that I use bronzer that I used on my face, on my eyes, same as blush. We're gonna get to it. So yeah, this side I just need a little bit more bronzing right here, and don't be afraid to push it where, like, just in the line where the highlight would be. It's gonna look good, don't worry. And now same on the other side. This is what we're doing. Super easy, and as you can see, this bronzer blends like a dream. And same, I'm pushing it, like basically hitting my bone right here, so you know it gets that natural airbrushed kind of effect. And basically doing my forehead really quick, but I'm not too focused or fast with my whole forehead because it's very narrow. You know, my forehead is way more narrow than the rest of my face, so I don't really need to contour it, and it would look stupid, to be honest. Like, imagine my forehead was even smaller. No. So yeah, now I'm gonna push the bronzer into my jawline, but not too much because we don't want to have like a sharp line. And you're gonna go down with this bronzer and blend it into that Sally Hansen product we applied before. And as you can see, it gives just an amazing bronzy but beautifully blended effect. Our face is still a little bit lighter than the rest, but that's okay because it's gonna oxidize. We are putting more products onto the face, so yeah, don't worry about that. This is just the part of the process. You could worry if it was the other way around, so the face was darker than the neck, you know? Like this way around, don't worry. All right, now I'm gonna contour my nose, and I do it differently every time, to be completely honest with you, but the most natural way to do it is just to take the same brush that you used for your bronzer and go as close to that line we made with concealer as possible and drag it down, and also push it into the brow bone. And this is gonna give you very natural contour, but still contoured. And thanks to this technique, we don't have to draw any lines with the cream contouring, because it's gonna be just too much. And also, I never forget about shortening my nose a little bit. I think I'm gonna do a rhinoplasty at some point. Anyways, I'm also putting some bronzer right under my lip to make it pop a little bit more. Just like that. Just like that. And that's basically it when it comes to bronzing the face. So now it's starting to... Wait, there's a hair that's annoying me. Alright. Now we are slowly starting to look like something. So now we're gonna move on to blush. And I will be using... What should I use? I will maybe use Natasha Denona Duo Glow because I'm really into that glowy rosy cheek. So just a little bit, same brush, it's just gonna blend even more. And this is where I put my blush, just to blend it in with that bronzer. And I, as you can see, go all over with this brush. that has some blush on it and just blend it over. Just keep in mind that camera is quite saturated, so it might seem harsher on camera than in real life, because trust me, in real life it just looks beautiful and very natural. I also put a little bit on my nose, and again I put some blush on my eyes, and this gives us a little bit of a base, you know? And as you can see, it's starting to look like something now. Okay, I'm gonna leave highlights just for now because I would like to move on to my brows quickly. And to be completely honest, at this point that my brows are quite okay, I don't use too much product, but the things I use are, what is it? Precisely My Brow from Benefit, along with their 24-hour brow setter. These two products are fantastic. Sometimes I use soap brow products to, you know, make that super fluffy effect. But I think today I'm just gonna go with a little bit of this, and I'm gonna come back to you. So I'm gonna do it off camera. If you want a brow tutorial, I'm gonna do it for you, but it's nothing really interesting. I just follow my natural shape. So yeah, I'm gonna do my brows and I'm gonna come back to you in a second. Brows are done now. I know they look quite heavy at the moment because I have no eye makeup, but I basically followed my natural shape and brushed them up. So that's all I did. All right. So now we can move on to the eyes, I suppose. And I actually want to show you something because I was inspired to finally do my makeup look because I got some new makeup. I've been hearing about those amazing eyeshadows and amazing highlighters, and it turns out it's called Glam Shop. And it's super cheap, and I will link it down below for you guys. And no, this is not sponsored, that the owner of the brand doesn't even know I exist, you know? But I really love these products, and I made my own palettes, which is amazing. So the first one is completely matte. Kind of looks like the new Mario palette or Kim Kardashian matte palette, but smaller. And the other one, guys, you're gonna die. How can I show you this? Oh my god, look at that. Look at these babies. They are gonna look insane on the eyes. But first we have to do some, you know, proper preparation of the eye. So I think I'm gonna take like this medium brown shade, which is a little bit of a pinky undertone, and I'm gonna drag it on my lower lash line. And I'm gonna make like a little flick, as you can see. I'm just flicking it out, you know? I'm just dragging lower and lower and flicking. I don't know if you've noticed, but when it comes to my personal style of makeup, I always have quite a bit of lower lid covered in dark shade. I really love that look. It looks very like smoky and like sleepy and a little bit grunge. Now I'm gonna take maybe this shade, which is more like a sand color, and I'm also gonna drag it across, and this is just gonna beautifully blend that darker color. I really love this look already. Alright, so now again I'm just dragging it on my lower lash line and flicking up, and this way we're gonna have a beautiful connection between the lower lid and the upper lid. Alright, now I'm gonna focus on putting some bronzer. So I'm gonna use the same bronzer we use on our face, I mean my face, Caramel Cutie, and I'm just gonna put it right below that shade, and again dragging out, and again same thing here. And now I'm gonna start contouring my upper lid, and I'm just going above my socket, just so you can actually see the shadow. And what I'm doing right here, as you can see, I'm just gently swiping the shade and connecting it to that line from below. And this way we have a beautiful crease defined, and also we have the eyeshadow beautifully done. And as you can see, as I'm looking straight at you, it's like a very blurred out smoky eye, kind of foxy eye even. So yeah, I'm doing that again, and soon I am going to put that same shade that we put in the lower lid, which is that one, a little bit like a medium pinkish brown, but not too pinky. And I'm going just do the same thing, and I'm dragging it all over my crease, and I'm going higher and higher with it, just swiping the shade between the flick that we did from the lower lash line and out. And by doing this swiping motion outwards, you are just creating this beautiful smoky effect that it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be very hard to achieve if you're just doing the crease first and then you're trying to do that smoke. No, you're just doing the lower lid first, and thanks to that lower lid we have the perfect guideline to connect those two contouring motions, so to speak. So yeah, this is, I know the light is quite harsh, but this is how it looks like. I really like it. This is a very nice, easy technique, but don't forget to also drag it down a little bit on the nose so everything connects with each other. And yeah, so this is how the eye looks like. And to be completely honest, I could just leave it like this. To me, it looks just perfect. Of course, I have to do the other eye, but like I would totally leave it like this. Leave that lid space completely bare, because we have concealer here which is heavily powdered, so you know nothing will crease up, and you just have that beautiful natural looking matte smoke. You know, it just looks like your eye is contoured, which is perfect. But we have some shimmers to play with. I'm sorry to blind you with the mirror. As you can see, I'm definitely new to doing this. But I think I'm just gonna take my finger and maybe, I don't even know what to choose, but maybe I'm gonna start with this light shade and put it, oh my god, this is so fluffy. Let's swatch it actually. Damn guys. Okay, let's swatch another one because now I'm getting excited. Oh wow, have you seen such phenomenal pigment? Guys, this is insane. Another one. Whoa, I love those light gold shades. Look at this. Dang guys, I'm gonna link for you everything below because you need to get it. And it's so inexpensive. I paid like $4 per eyeshadow. Come on. All right, I think I'm gonna use like this peachy golden shade, and I'm just gonna, oh my god, this looks beautiful. Oh my god guys, this looks amazing. Insane. Just insane. I'm gonna film another video after that, and I know you're gonna go crazy in the comment section. I just know you. There is a little bit of a fallout, so keep that in mind, but don't worry because I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I'm taking a clean brush and I'm gonna dip it in the loose powder, and I'm just gonna drag it along, and this is not only gonna set our makeup further, but it's also gonna enhance all the contours that we have under the eye. There's even a little bit on my hair. Beautiful. Alright, so this is basically baking, but I like baking after I do almost everything, you know what I mean? And now basically everything blends together so perfectly. So yeah. So I just need to do the other eye now. All I need to do now, since I will be filming, because you know, if you were just going out or whatever, like live normally, that would be the finished look and that's fine. But since I really love lashes, I'm gonna use some. And I will be using my favorite ones, which are the Naked lashes from Ardell. And these are in the number 421. This is how they look like. Very nice, fluffy and natural looking lashes. Alright, lashes are on. I feel so good when I have lashes. I've been wearing eyelash extensions for the longest time. I think it was like 4 years. Oops. But I finally took them off because, you know, lockdown stuff happened, right? So yeah, I'm just doing the lashes on my own at the moment, you know, just putting on some fakies, but I really like how they look. It's really pretty. And I love the eyeshadow. Alright, so last step is highlighting, of course. We cannot skip that. And I have same one from Glam shop, and it's called Turbo. It's actually in Polish, Turbo Highlight, which means like lit highlight. Yeah. Really like it. That's the name of it. And what I love about it is that it has no color base. So if you're dark skin, it's not gonna make you ashy here. And if you're light skin, it's not gonna make you orange here. So, you know, it's perfect for everyone, basically. And it's like a beautiful champagne gold. So I'm just gonna dip my brush in it, but I don't think it's the right brush. I think I need to use something very dense. Or maybe I should even use my fingers. Yes, let's use my fingers. Let's try it out with the fingers. But I think the glow is gonna be lit. Alright. Whoa. Yes. Whoa, guys. This looks like wet skin. But you're not wet. And look how when I'm looking straight, you can't see it, can you? Not too much, because it doesn't have colored base. You know, the base of the highlight, no color. But now, damn, I love it. Okay, the other side. Yeah, it's so nice. It's the first time you're using it, by the way. So it's like a first impressions as well. But damn, guys, this is just amazing. It's gonna look amazing on the eyes as well. I love it. Okay, now we're gonna go down the bridge of the nose, of course. I'm not doing the tip like some people do, because, you know, my tip is nothing to be highlighted or accentuated, let me tell you that. Alright, so that's the nose highlight, very subtle, and a little bit on the lip. Perfect. Perfect. So as you can see, this is how the face looks like. This is what you always want from me. This is the glow I always do, except now I have a new highlight. This one takes the cake, and this one is like $15, maybe not even, maybe $10. Yeah, $10. Insane. Alright, now we're gonna do the lips, and this is also something that you've been asking me to do for a long time, and you always ask me about my lip liner and lipsticks. So mainly I use KKW. My favorites are one from the normal nude collection, 1.5. I also like number 2 to just outline, you know, like shade. I'm gonna show you. And I also like 90s Runaway from this matte black collection, and 90s Icon, also from that matte collection. Alright, I'm gonna start with my staple, my favorite, which is 1.5. And basically what I'm doing, I'm just following my actual lip shape. Alright, so I just filled in my lips solely with 1.5. I just put it all over, just as my natural shape goes. And now I'm gonna do number 2 lip liner, and I'm just gonna put it on the edges, just here, not too much, as you can see, just to shade the lip, and basically you blend it out with your finger. And again, but don't overline your lips all over with this unless you're just going for like a brownish look, because it's gonna look too much like, you know, 90s, like this Chiquita makeup, and we don't really want that. Unless you do, then go ahead. Nothing against it, it's just not my style. Alright, and last but not least, I usually go with matte lip, or I just have some gloss on top. But I really love putting 1.5 nude lipstick on top, also from KKW. I have linked the whole section of lip liners of hers down below for you guys. And that's because I switch them up so often that, you know, I just don't want to put like a proper number, because I usually change it anyway. But yeah, this time I used 1.5 all over and number 2 in the corners, and I'm gonna use 1.5 lipstick, which is very light for me, but I love it in the middle. And you're just gonna have that super sexy pout thanks to it. It's just gonna look like you have like an ombre effect on your lips, and it's also gonna catch the light beautifully. So now I'm just gonna blend out with my finger. And I also do blend out that brown, so it's not just too brown. You know, I like things being very blended. Alright, so we have basically everything done. Sometimes I do go over with like a Niles veil powder, you know, to make myself look glowy. But since it's more like a TV makeup, I have to be quite matte in the center. The last thing I like doing is taking that brush that we use to put our bronzer, and I'm just going all over my face and just meshing everything together lightly. And that's basically it. And that glow will spread, the bronzer will spread. It's just gonna look beautiful. If I use any gloss, any will do, really. I use nude glosses or like this lip maximizer. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit, just a little bit. Alright, so this is the finished makeup look. Actually, let me be your sexy chica. Alright, yeah, now this is just perfect. Actually, I'm gonna do like a little parting from the side, and yeah, this is the finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed it, guys. It took so long for me to film it, and now I feel like this video is 2 hours long, so I think there's gonna be a lot of cutting. But I really hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know in the comments below if maybe you would like to have a chit chat makeup every once in a while, or maybe more often. But you know, we can basically, what we can do, I can do my makeup in front of you, and I can answer your comment questions and Instagram questions in the meantime. How about that? Let me know about this idea, because this is something that basically would connect me preparing for work but working for you already, and that would be just perfect. I really would love to do that. So yeah, one more look on the face. I hope my tips actually helped you, my tips and tricks on how I do my makeup. I would love to do more for you actually, and maybe, you know, we can incorporate more and more beauty stuff on this channel because I'm a massive beauty addict. And initially actually I want to do a beauty YouTube, not perfume YouTube. Even though I think perfumes were my first love, like first true love, and then there was makeup, I still wanted really to do beauty and show you my makeup and stuff. So yeah, let me know if you liked it, but I really like how it looks. And now I am ready to film further for you, and I'm gonna film some nice perfume videos. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you are amazing. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram, because why not? I love Instagram. Love you, bye!